Yo, you already know what it is. If we have connection issues, you know it's probably because of my shit. But hey, welcome to Mousiki Radio, the podcast by artists for artists. You got your boy right here, the host of today, the Godfather. And then you got my co-host, little boy AJ. What's good, AJ?
What's up?
And then the one and only Cedric Bogan.
What up, y'all? What's good? What's good? How y'all
What's
living over
good?
there?
Well, hey, I'm good. Enjoy chilling. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. What part of Georgia you from?
I'm from Columbus, but I'm in Savannah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So it's a good day today. We got you on the show. I already shared it to your profile. So we're gonna get this started. So before we start, we already first gotta ask you. Well, I'm gonna have my little boy AJ is gonna go ahead and ask you. He already wants to know, bro. AJ, go ahead and start us off.
Let's do it.
Okay. My first question is what all the people want to know. This is what we do with all the artists. What got you in to get straight into it? What made you want to write or start your own label?
Just right off the jump, not even just being an artist, just straight to the straight business side of it.
Whatever you.
Okay. When I first started actually dealing with in the very beginning, I was around 17. What drive me from the very beginning to start working on music and actually start writing, I actually was a producer before I even started rapping. I wasn't even a rapper. How I first started, I was a producer. I used to be a beatboxer. I used to be the guy that beatboxes in the high school. While everybody in the circle be all like whoopty whoopty whoop, and they say, get in here so you can do the beat. Say, we need you up in here so you can do the beat. Because I was really good at doing the beatboxing. I was really good at. I'm actually really still good at it. And I make the beatbox sound so good, and even update beats that like songs from DMX or songs from 3-6 Mafia, beats like that. I can beatbox and shit. So people were all just killing the freestyle. So from that point on, I went to start making beats. I had my mom happen to give me a little keyboard that I got from the thrift store. I started just happened to figure it out on my own without manual. And once I started learning how to make beats, I was like around 11, 12, about 7th grade, 8th grade.
You started young.
Yeah, so 7th grade, I didn't really actually start writing or anything until like probably like sophomore year. When I started making beats, it was just for play. It wasn't really serious. I wasn't into that level like that. And then it moved on to the phase of, I started trying to pre-record on the karaoke machine with the tape, and you get the 2 tapes. You try to do your little mix-up and all that. I went from that phase, and then after that phase, I went into, actually copping up Fruity Loops. It was 4 or 3 or 4.
God.
And that was when.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was So I figured that out. Once I figured that out, I started making beats. I just started uploading beats and just passing them out to people in school. Like, here, if you want to jump on these, here you can have them. I wasn't even serious about music like that. After a while, I started to gain a reputation making beats or whatever, and it was like, hey man, why don't you just start writing something, whatever. And I was trying, I tried everything, and it just wasn't for me at the time. And ended up one day I happened to, pray to God, like, but I prayed to God to ask for a gift of writing. And then one day I just started reading dictionaries out of nowhere and just started gaining so much information, just started collecting so much ideas. And I said, no, I started writing, just started poetry. And then I just started writing poetry for people that wanted them. I was selling them in high school for people, for their girlfriends and stuff like that. So I got really good at that. And then I was like, man, let me switch it up to the gangster. Let me get gangster. Let me see if I can do a gangster.
Yeah,
I was already. Once I got to the business side, I thought about the business side at that moment. I was like, okay, because my dad's cousin is a CEO. Was I don't know if he still is, but was the CEO of Ruthless Records.
really.
He was, yeah, at the time. So I wasn't really a rapper. I was trying to gain some type of clarity with my skills at the time and trying to figure out the business side of how it all works at the same time. And I
Right.
couldn't figure out the business side as much, but I
That's
made
hard.
I made a little group, came up with a little group, you know what I mean? Came with a
Hey, that's how
group,
you do it.
had a little label, made a little label. It was just out of just plain thin air called Thug Thesis Entertainment. Happened to, we happened to sign my boys. We all just verbally signed each other to a label. It wasn't no contracts involved. It was just we all homies spitting on the track. We all from the same area. We all doing our
Really.
things together. We all represent the same struggle, so we all went to the same thing. So we just, verbally just started doing our thing. Um,
Okay. So,
as far as far as business is concerned, yeah, we was CDs and everything like that. We're on the street trying to sell
woo,
little CDs and stuff like that, but it wasn't really that
y'all was
far
really
into that.
hustling.
Yeah, it wasn't really. I didn't really get into the far business
Okay.
side
So
until I
right.
got signed with Bentley Records. That fast forward to like 10 years
Oh
after,
God.
almost like, yeah. That fast forwards after. So I didn't really get into the business aspect, actually studying and
Right.
researching every bit of detail of information that I was supposed to be able to collect money from. I was trying to find out
Right.
every avenue where I can get money from. And
Okay.
how
So
that happened was, but
okay, so I heard you say Bentley because I got two things. First, Bentley Records. 'Cause I think that's how I met you. I forgot about it, but I think that's how I met you. We both signed to Bentley Records. I feel like that was the worst contract and money that I ever spent was signing with them. I don't know how you feel about it. I think that was a waste of money. I should have never
um,
signed that deal.
when in a way, what did you do? Did you sign a year for 150 or what? Did you pay to sign a contract and then you did your
Yeah, so I paid $300. I did the year, and then I put out a song for them, and they were like, "It's gonna release at this time, right?" So then, when it was
yeah?
supposed to, the day it was supposed to release, they mixed mastered it, everything. I was good, glad it was quality, professional. The day it was supposed to drop, I come back. Why is it not uploaded? So then I asked the maintenance. I asked them afterwards. She was like, "Oh, well, it has too much cussing in it. That's why the stores wouldn't take it." So I signed up for another distro, uploaded the song, and it was released within a week. I said, no, fuck them. If I know you lying now, they ain't gonna tell me it's too much cussing. They really had any cussing in it. And I just paid you
Oh,
$300. I said, nope, never again.
oh wow. That's oh man, that's not good. That's
Nope.
I never. That's a bad turn right there. That took one turn to the worst right there. All in one moment.
Exactly.
Shit, that would have made me want to get off
Right.
on that too. Like fuck that shit. I ain't trying to sign it down.
No,
How
let me
I
get my money
when I
back. But
got signed to
how
them,
did you go?
when I got signed to them, they noticed me on Triller. Me on Triller by sharing
Really?
my Triller videos. I was making videos and sending them to and uploading them on Triller and IG. I happened to
Okay.
get an email one day. From Jessica from Bentley Records, one of the people that have a lot to do with human resources or public relations. And they connected with me and said, "Hey man, we like your videos. We want to see what you're about. What you They sent me a contract over and offered me a contract. And the first thing I thought was like, at the time, I just started with For Real Life Music Group back in 2016.
Right.
So I was like 2-3 years into my own label, putting in work, just these little singles here and there, singles, bam, 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 bam. I ended up signing. A buddy of a few people from different countries. I ended up signing a lot of people from different countries, from the Netherlands, from Germany, from from Africa and stuff like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
ended up being, and then once I signed with them, I was like, you know what, let me just sign just to help out let's see what I could benefit from. I just wanted to research
Right.
and try to see what I can figure out from this label. What can I get from this label? Now, if they like my stuff so much, let me see what they can be able to help me with. So what I did
Facts,
was
right?
I took into their platform. They had their own platform, which it cost about a good $250 to enter into their platform, which has a lot over I say a good 36 different avenues to make money off of music. Not just one, but like good 36 avenues where you can be able to make money. And it opened my mind to new possibilities, because then it wasn't about streaming and selling CDs selling CDs and doing shows and all that stuff no more. It's more like, okay, now I'm with a label to where they could be able to send it to other countries out there in North Korea, put it in their marketplace. They can be able to put it in marketplaces where we can't tap into, that DistroKid can tap into, unless
Right.
you actually have to do it yourself. You have to physically do it yourself. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it takes a lot more money that way doing it yourself, actually. And by paying them, by having them do it, costs you less money doing it yourself, actually.
That's
So
true.
I thought of I thought about it like, okay, it's cost effective if I sign with them. Because number one, if I sign with them, I can make a song at my house right now and send it to them. They can master it for free. I don't have to pay for mastering.
Yeah,
So
that's one
you
of
know
the
how
big things
much it
about
costs for
them.
mastering? It's like
Oh, it's
$300
expensive.
for it's like $500 a song if you can get the right guy. And
Right.
I mean, it's pricey. It's real pricey on that type of avenue. When it comes to engineering, it's real pricey. So you have to be smart and how to know what to budget. So what I thought was, I was like, yeah, I signed with them. I did a song with X-Rated. I put all my energy into that. I put all my promotion, all my resources into that song. And I made money off that song. And the thing about it though, it was like, after that, I only just put one single out there, and that was it. I just wanted to see what I could do with it. But the
Right.
thing was, they gave me so much information on how to make money off my music that they sent me all the information I needed to make money off my music without even needing them. Actually,
Really.
they gave
Okay,
me
so that's a
they
good
gave
thing.
me the blueprint. They gave me the blueprint of everything I needed to do in order for me to be successful financially, or just plain clout wise, whatever. They have all the blueprints on all areas. Once you tap into their platform, they give you the platform. You tap into the platform. There's so much in their platform that I
Right.
can't really explain because it's breaking the law, so I can't say that part. But
Well, let's move on then.
yeah, as far as me
Okay.
signing with them,
Right.
I made a lot out that way.
That's good. All right, so let's go for it. Let's go about your recent releases, right? So I just seen on your Facebook about a few old songs, videos that you did, your recent release that's coming out soon. So the one thing I want to talk about was the memorial you did for your brother, the video. I saw that today, man, and I just want to say, I'm sorry for your loss. And hey, y'all did a song together, and it's a memorial that anybody can watch for the rest of time. They can watch that memorial that you made, man, and I think that's amazing that you took something that y'all both did and used it for good, man. Congratulations
Yeah,
on that. And again, like I said,
thank
sorry for your loss on that, man.
thank you. I really appreciate that. We already mourned the loss already. We already cried the tears of joy that he's in heaven doing his thing with God and everything like that. We already made our we said our thing, we said our goodbyes and everything like that.
Right.
And that song specifically was for it to never be forgotten, for him, never be forgotten. And not only that, the actual video itself, I actually I actually envisioned that 2 years prior to even filming it. Actually,
Really?
yeah.
That's crazy.
What? I had a chat with my brother one day, and I was like, we just happened to be like, hey, let's make a song about our brother, just out of plain thought. And it came ever since then. We haven't really came close to doing a song, but I always had that mentality of envisioning what the music video would look like. And I was just,
Right.
and then when I wrote the song, right? I wrote my part, and when I was writing my part, I was already envisioning what the music video was already looking like already. And when
Right.
I was, once I finished writing it, and I heard the song after I laced my part and I put my part down, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what I need to do now. So after that, like 6 months later, my brother tapped in with me to drop this video. He's like, yeah, I got the video guy to do this. I got all the connections you need. He hooked up, tapped in with Dexter Milo Dexter. How you doing, my man? Shout out to him. He the one that put the whole orchestration together with putting the music video together. Shout out to
Right.
you. Shout out to Taz Boxing for getting involved, for letting me, put my vision with what I actually lived through. I went through boxing and all that stuff and show my brother, because when me and my brother was growing up, I was just tag along. I used to always want to tag along with them all the time. And just like a little storyline. Well, I joined boxing for him to watch me defend myself, show him how tough I was and stuff. Just little stuff
Right.
like that. Just threw little stuff like that I remember being around him, that sparked a lot of conversation with my family, because they remember these things. And not only my family, but my family's friends too, even family friends that we have at home, that they remember these times. So this is like more of a celebration of his life together as
Right.
us, one community, as knowing him as a person, not only just my brother, but him as a person in the community of where we live at, where I'm from, is Eloy, Arizona. You know what I mean? So once my brother tapped in, my brother Sam tapped into that song, that was it. I fucking cried. When he dropped the hook and he dropped this part, that was it. That was the first time I ever cried in over 5-6 years, man. Almost 10
Really?
years probably. I ain't like
Music could do that to
last time
you.
I cried, man. Last time I cried, that was my daughter was getting flown to the fucking hospital. That was last time I cried. That was probably like 7 years before that. So it was like, that really hit me. And when we did that video and I seen that video, it was exactly what I wanted it to be.
Right. Damn, yo, that's good.
Scene for scene. Scene for scene.
Man.
It was a classic.
Whew. That's something right there, man. All right, so let's keep going. First, let's go about, the Kanye. Actually, little boy AJ, I know you said you had something.
Yeah, the Kanye West before actually went live. So it was two got mad. I don't know the second one. So how do y'all feel about Cap for pulling his brand Yeezy? If I'm saying it wrong, so how do y'all feel about Cap putting Yeezy in trash bags?
Man, I feel like that's fucked up. I feel like it's a propaganda. Why, they put his stuff in the trash bags, because then they remade his stuff for cheaper and sold and was selling that, and then putting his in trash bags. I feel like that's propaganda. He wanted his own store. Now, because he's already getting fucked over, he's trying to, I'm gonna do my own store. You're gonna put his in his trash bags because you're not gonna make no money off of it. But at the same time, I feel like it was just that one store. That maybe it was just that one store that's just fucked up, and he took it out on an entire Gap corporation.
Well,
He
you
might have.
gotta look at the business aspect of what contract he signed with them, or what business he had dealing with them, because we don't actually know. We can't really explain anything, because we really don't know what he knows, because he's a very smart businessman. He's a very smart businessman that knows a lot of very smart people that are rich, and a lot of the rich smart people do not give out information at all. So you know what I mean. So it's like that'd be like, hey man, you'd be stupid trying to find. The thing about Kanye West is that Kanye West is building his brand throughout his family. he's trying to build a brand throughout having generational wealth, like we had that last conversation about.
Right.
And he's trying to tap into that level, and he thinks that what's happening is, I think that what's happening is he's noticing that they're not trying to give him that avenue. They're not trying to give him his own avenue
Right. It's all about
to
money.
where he can, as a Yeezy brand, he's a Yeezy brand, but he got Adidas, he got Gap, he got
Right.
this, he got that. You know what? There's so many businesses that are waiting for any type of next innovative, creative thing that's happening. So it's like, with his level of putting in trash bags and all that stuff, got put in the trash bag, let it happen. Let it
They
happen.
did.
Let's wait. And let's see how many sales you get for that. I bet you probably made a lot of sales. You don't even know it. He probably
Right.
making
He was
so
just
much
mad
sales.
about how it looked
He's
like.
probably so much cheaper buying this shit over there at Gap. No, it might be. Some people probably like, oh yeah, this stuff over there at Gap, that's a little bit cheaper. It's not going to Adidas, because Gap is like at the same level, but it's more like clothing, like, right. So it's like
Right.
he's tapping in all types of markets. He doesn't care where it goes, but at the same time, he wants to push his Yeezy brand with his kids, and try to push his Yeezy brand to a generational wealth type thing, where it goes
Fact.
further out.
So what was the thing
So
with
what?
Adidas then? Was the thing that Adidas was making copies of his stuff, and they were making decisions based on what they were gonna do with Yeezy without his say so?
You know,
They was using his copies. They was using the designs
yes.
and as their own, and
And they
that's
was creating their own. So they
if
was
he
creating
didn't
like
patent
lookalike
that,
to Yeezys?
yeah, if he
Yeah.
didn't patent that, he's in the world of trouble.
That's true.
Not them. Yeezy is in the world of trouble, because he's supposed to have been patenting that a long time ago before he even resigned to even show them that. He's supposed to patent that before he resigned to even show whoever he needs to show. Like, say he was gonna deal with Adidas. Adidas like, okay, we're gonna work with you.
Right.
My
But
design's
we
already
want
patented.
percentage.
You can work with me while my stuff is patented already? Can you work
Right.
with me while my stuff is patented already? Because then they can't make no money off of that. They can't capitalize off of that unless he say so.
True, they got the factory. They got, we don't know what his deal was. Was his deal like, all right, yeah, we'll put it out, we'll distribute it for you, but we want rights to do this, and this, promote, market, whatever. That means they
Exactly.
can they can do stuff without his say so, his approval. Then
Exactly, because
how
they
much
seen on the
ownership they
contract
got?
that confident. They probably found a loophole where they was confident enough to do that.
Right. That means they was protected. That means he could be mad all he want, but there's nothing he can really do about it.
Exactly.
You
Just
signed the
like
deal,
just like they said, just like
but all
let's do
that
another one. That one little white boy named what's his name? Lil Man. Lil Man sound like Lil Baby. Dead on.
oh yeah,
Dead
yeah,
on. Sound
I
exactly
seen
like
that
him, but he a
TikTok.
white boy, and he isn't. I mean, he's doing his thing, and he's getting a lot of clout for that shit, and it's making Lil Baby notice that.
Yeah,
That's
there's another one, Little Mabu.
I kind of like that's like take that's like taking money. It's kind of like taking
Exactly, and
your design.
right,
He stole his
copyright your
design.
shit.
He stole his design from his own culture. He cultured for the community, and it got swiped from him that fast.
Right, and ain't nothing you
So
can
now
do about
somebody
it.
else sound like you now. Just like Tupac. Tupac, after he died, the realest came out. Sound exactly like Tupac. Dead on. When
Man,
Biggie
and that's the
died,
one thing about music too, man. Like
it's always
when they had the
you can easily get replaced. That's what I'm saying.
right, you can. I mean, they made
When it comes
AIs,
to the business,
right,
you
and
have
that
to
goes
be
back to
business
like
savvy.
right, and that goes back to the Tupac Piggy beef. When Junior Mafia made Get Money, they sampled that on Hit 'Em Up. Get Money, and he made a whole diss track off of one. He cleared it. I don't know who cleared it. Somebody at the label cleared it for him to make a diss track. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. And that goes back to, I know y'all also talking about the game and his rent right now. The game doing this $5,000. Wait, if you eat a bag of insects, you get $5,000. I know on TikTok recently. It's like, why in the hell in that? Is his album sales that low? I think it's like, is he trying to get back to the game? Because right now the game ain't, everybody knows game is like he's mainstream, but he's not an A-class artist. He's born like a, it's like he's underground, but he's signed to mainstream. So it's weird because you don't think of the game as somebody who's mainstream. You think of him as he's underground, but he is. He's like a B-list, C-list artist. And it's like, are you trying, after all these years, you trying to get back into the limelight? And think of that way you're doing it.
Well, everybody has a season. And in the rap game, there's so many artists out there that's trying to because, you know, like a lot of people are saying that albums ain't selling no more, singles and music ain't really sound like it's supposed to anymore, and all that stuff like that. I don't believe that logic. I believe that if you can be able to understand the marketplace you want to tap into, you can be able to make money. And if you understand it and you want to follow the actual rules and how to go about making this money, instead of thinking it on your own terms, thinking that you can make the money off your own terms off it, it'll be different. So
that's true.
Yeah, based on that, you know what I mean? Based on that, there's a lot of options that way. You can be able to think a lot of options.
That's true, but why do that? Why do that? First, it was trying to diss Eminem, because I remember he said he not coming after 50. He not coming after nobody smoke. He gonna go after the biggest motherfucker. But you know you ain't gonna win against Eminem. And let's be honest, is it because Eminem white? He a white rapper who could buy the niggas. And it's like, yeah, both his gimmick is he white, okay, but he also from the hood.
Think about it. Who wouldn't take shots at the?
So it's like,
hey, who wouldn't take shots at the Undisputed?
I'm not taking shots at Eminem.
I would.
I'm gonna lose money. I'm gonna lose money.
I'll lyrically challenge him. I would lyrically challenge him. I don't care how far I'll go with this shit. I would battle him, even though he's my favorite rapper. He's my top 5. He's one.
Look what Eminem did to
I say
MGK though.
Oh no, I ain't a feminine rapper. See, that's the thing.
Right. No. See, when it's two white rappers, you don't give two shits, right?
He made MGK do rap music.
Exactly. He made him switch genres. So you think it's one thing to come after another artist who's almost a Hall of Famer right now, but you're coming after an artist. One, he's a white, and I think he is a Hall of Famer. So you're coming off of a legend, and he's also somebody who's in the culture of a different race. And you're coming at him, and if you lose, it get good because you literally just got bodied by a white rapper. They don't make you look good.
You got a point. You got a point on that, and there's no way of denying it either. No denying that fact either. But you know,
and I thought he was coming back.
This is the reason why this hip hop thing is so controversial. Right. It's so controversial is because it's so much. It's all about competition. In the hip hop game, It's all about competition. It's not about who's the pushover and who's not. It's about who's the most lyrical, who's the most talented lyricist, the most masterful wordsmith there is in this day and age, or in this time. There's so many different cultures to where it's hard to figure that out.
Right, but that goes with TikTok too, though. Right, because like there's with these females, I know everybody has seen her. She's rapping on drill beat. She's been out for a minute, but she's literally just this thick ass Redbone who is rapping on his hard drill beat, and every female is like, yeah, you thought I was feeling you, you nigga a munch, and everybody's making videos to this, and you're like, hell yeah, but then the beat go hard, but when you actually listen to the song itself, it's like, what? And now there's a viral video on her on Twitter, like the girl from FNF, you know, Glorilla or Big Glow. There's a video of Ice Spice sucking her ex-boyfriend dick on Twitter. She's getting exposed. So right now it's supposed to be Ice Spice is beefing with Big Glow. Big Glow ain't beefing with her, but Ice Spice is beefing with her because she's trying to get up in the game. Because her
Well,
song sucks. So
well,
I'm suck your niggas dick and oh god.
well, you know, they have, you know, they're this is where it sets in. This is how 50 Cent got famous. Dissing niggas. Dissing
Yeah, that's
motherfuckers,
true.
everybody was fucking flying. He was underground. He was
6ix9ine
underground doing
too.
his thing, dissing all types of motherfuckers, man. Even dissing
That's true.
motherfuckers in our neighborhood. They know they dissing undergroundly. You know what I mean? So it's like that was his big push because he conquered he conquered the law of fear. He
But your
conquered the
music
law
got a
of
match. Your
yeah.
music got to match. At least with 50, his music match. 6ix9ine, his music hit some fan bases. I guess his music matched with him beefing a little bit. Everybody, he made controversy. With Ice Spice beefing. Her music don't match. She just a thick ass red bone. Everybody want to see. You don't want to listen
Well,
to her. You want to fuck.
you know what I mean? Like a lot of female artists go at each other differently in different phases of hip hop because there's Remy Ma, remember that beef with
She was fine.
that other female that was yeah.
Nicki Minaj
Then
and
it
Remy
goes
Ma when she did
Nicki
Sheila.
Minaj Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. You know what I mean? They going hard
That
on
was a
pain
good
at
one.
so
That was a
remember
good
that?
one.
And then so it's like Glorilla just got signed. You know what
Right.
I mean? So somebody has to attack the crown. It doesn't even matter to be their own homies because you gotta remember when Fetty Wap got put on,
Oh yeah.
and then remember him and his homie had a falling out.
Yep, I do. I
His
remember that.
music started popping for a minute after they found out about him. Like, oh snap,
Mhm.
he had a homeboy that was his homeboy, but then over time passed, everybody forgot. So it's like there'd be times in
Right.
hip hop where people be like, something happens, and then 36 hours later, everybody forgets. And
Right,
I'm
and that
like,
goes on to the next topic too, right? Tank on bad rapper singing. See, I had to put the capital B on bad because I know this melodic rap is a new thing, and I think when it comes to melodic rap, I think melodic rap is different from rappers trying to sing with auto-tune, right? I think it's a difference between. I know AJ can definitely talk about this one because AJ, you are a melodic alternative rapper, so I know you can speak on this one about people or rappers trying to sing now. Like, you think there's a difference between melodic rap and rappers trying to sing, like
It's
gangster
a
rappers
very,
trying to sing on R&B
it's a
beats?
very, it's. I'm not about to make this too long, but I'm about to give y'all. Oh, Trippie Red. He's a melodic rapper,
Right.
a melodic singer. Not put him against R. Kelly or Usher. Usher and R. Kelly are straights. And that's
What
the easiest
about
way I
Rod
can
Wave then?
put it to y'all because I don't
What
want to
about
get into the who.
Rod Wave? Is Rod Wave a melodic rapper, or is Rod Wave a rapper
Considered
who just be rapping on or trying to sing on
he's
R&B beats?
yes, he's that.
Okay, so what about K Camp, and Roddy Rich? They're two rappers that almost kind of melodic, and they don't use heartbeats all the time. They use these R&B type
I want
beats, but it
to
flows, and you
consider
love
them.
that shit.
I want to consider them melodic. Consider them as rappers that's trying to sing on that melodic wave.
Okay, so I
when
guess
I say
Tank isn't
when
talking
people,
about the.
Like,
yeah,
the
Go
thing
ahead.
is,
What
you
you think?
can't.
go ahead. I understand the logic. The melodic way of putting on it. It's
Right.
because the reason why people say melodic is because of the sound waves when you're putting the voice into the microphone to turn it into
Yes.
auto-tune. That's why it's a melodic. They're not actually using auto-tune.
Okay.
Actual no auto-tune, and you're doing actual homonyms and singing and actual
Yes.
doing actual singing with
Right.
your soul, putting your soul into it, like a gospel song. Have you ever? When's the last time you heard a gospel song and actually hear somebody actually soul into this microphone? That's singing. You know what I mean?
Minute.
Not
I'm not gonna
not
lie, I have not heard it.
harmonizing on auto-tune. Harmonizing on
Right.
auto-tune's more like melodic. It's more melodic. Because if
Who
that
would y'all
auto
consider
if that
T-Pain
auto-tune is
though?
turned on, if that auto-tune is turned off, their
Right.
voice wouldn't be able to hold measure unless their voice is soft enough.
So you
You
talking
know
about
what I
like
mean?
okay, so I think somebody put it in the chat. But K Camp can really sing. That is true, Woodrow. K Camp can actually sing. And he can rap without the autotune as well as Roddy Ricch. When Roddy Ricch performs, it's no autotune. When he first came out, yeah, in the box. But his new music now, when Roddy Ricch or K Camp do shows, it's straight vocals. Straight vocals. He did the BET Awards, straight vocals. And that gets the point. Then who are these? Are we talking about these rappers who use straight nothing but straight auto tune on these R&B beats, and it's like rapping rap on R&B beats.
Yeah, I
Niggas
actually
talking
agree
about
with you. I actually agree with Tank on his point on that because Tank don't use auto tune. He never used it in any of his songs. You see what I mean? Using auto tune
right.
that's considered cheating. That's considered cheating and singing. If you're really a singer, you don't need auto tune.
That is
You
true.
know
You don't need
that
auto
if
tune at all.
I go back old school. OGs, my OGs go in the hood and they be out there shooting dice and they doing they singing out there.
Right.
Yeah, man. There's hey, put the OGs in the studio or just playing anybody that doesn't use the auto tune that has the perfect voice for the vocals of how they want to sing. Yeah, I guarantee it. You eliminate that and just
Right.
come up with an album. This Crazy Bone came out with an album, R&B album that
Really.
nobody ain't even heard about yet.
But see, that's
He
crazy
came out
because
with an
just like what a
R&B
few
album
years ago,
recently.
right? But a few years ago, everybody was switching. You had R&B artists doing R&B on rap tracks, trap music. They were making trap songs based off of R&B. I know Trey Songz has done it. Beyonce has done it. She did it on a Megan Thee Stallion song where she was singing. Who else has done it? I don't think Usher has done it. I think Usher does done it. Chris Brown does it a lot. Well, he'll do the singing on rap tracks for other artists featuring them, and it's this a
Yeah.
gangster rap tracks. I've seen a lot of art, and then it was artists, rappers doing sad songs with no R&B artists on these tracks. And I was like, so that's what we're doing, auto tuning and not even bringing R&B. I remember back in the day where you had an R&B artist and then you had a rapper featuring together. You
Yeah.
understand? Or the rapper doing
Like
a vocals, a verse.
yeah. Yep, you're right. Just like Tupac and Joe.
Right.
No, what's his name? Because he's always had the hooked up hairline. John B. and Tupac did a song together. He all the singing, just singing. He was singing.
Right.
Hey, we can go all the way back to Jagged Edge, man. Listen to the Jagged Edge whole album. Make you go marry a female.
Exactly.
Go
A lot of
listen
people
to
got
the
married. My
dream.
parents
The
got married to
dream.
Jagged Edge.
The dream, man.
Yes.
Listen
You
to the
even gotta make
Dreams
that
whole
much music.
album. Listen to the Dreams whole album. Oh man, come on, man. Listen to Dreams whole album. You'd be like, oh my god, that man, they'll put Melodic to shame with that, man. I'm telling you.
It does. It
When it comes to
does. You
that,
hear Usher
but
actually doing his brow vocal. Fucked up the game with the Usher challenge when Usher did his that show and he did that his vocals and his actual background singers was doing the vocals and there was no auto tune and it was just straight vocals. Everybody was trying to do it now because people couldn't do it.
actually it all came from Future after Future adopted the nature from T-Pain.
Right. Oh, that was another one. Everybody was mad about that one. Yeah. They was like T-Pain doing actual vocals. I was like, T-Pain. The thing is, people think T-Pain used autotune on every vocal, but he wasn't. He was harmonizing on a lot of vocals. On top of it. And if he does add autotune, it's because he wanted to.
But he can sing though,
And that's the thing that
so he
I
can
think
do
that
both.
one was crazy right there. That they
He
didn't
can
right.
do
He was doing
melodic
both.
and he can sing.
Right.
He can do melodic and he can sing. You can tell the difference.
Exactly.
So it's like
Yeah.
when you're looking at it, if you want to when you want to become an artist, see you're an alternative singer, right?
AJ is.
AJ is, right?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Yeah, you have to use autotune, right?
Sometimes I don't. Like, if it calls for auto tune, yes, but
Right.
if you understand
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
I
to,
understand.
like
you have to
beat,
understand the genre that you're in order to say that
yes,
these things,
yes,
because yeah,
Right.
with his genre, he has the right to say, yeah, I'm supposed to do that because he's an alternative artist,
Right.
singing artist. You know what I mean? Alternative singer. I mean, you only
Right.
gonna catch. You ain't never gonna catch Tank on no alternative song, man.
No, not at all. He's not. And that's why I like the
No,
verses. That verses was funny. You seen that
so,
verses that Tank did when Tank was on that verses to Mario, and also that too. That verses showed you how many singers can't really sing without auto tune, and you know.
because they go to the studio, man. They go to the studio. The studio fix all that up for you.
Yes, it does, man. And that's
That,
what T-Pain was saying. T-Pain was like in a Drink Champs interview. T-Pain was talking about how when artists and they put heavy auto tune when they're recording and they go perform this and they try to perform with the auto tune, it echoes
and
because auto tune's only
actually,
meant for one vocal. It can mess it up. So there's only like
yeah, you
one
can
artist, I
actually
think
trip.
Travis Scott, that does it.
Trip your mic.
Right.
Yeah, that's sure.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Uh,
All right, so
so as far
let's get into the last topic, right? Let's talk about the future of your label because I know your label is a big thing that you was talking about. Tell us about your label. What's your label about, and what's the future of your label?
okay, so I can start off like this. Um, I just well, there was a few artists that just left that just came back to the label. Two artists
Right,
came back to the label recently, so um, I like to say salute to them, Anthony the Great and was it XOXO. But
right.
as
Okay, good
far
stuff.
as the future is concerned with the label, I have a lot of important announcements to make, but I don't want to say it too soon. So
Right,
I'm gonna start with right now. We're working our way up to making sure that we all understand the basic fundamentals of making money from this music as a whole in my label. That's all I'm trying to get my label artists to understand. And as far as that, um, I have I have a few artists that just came and released a few songs recently. My artist, he does rock, and his name is Anton O'Cat. He's from the Netherlands, and he does rock and roll. I did a song with them. We're about to do more projects pretty soon. We did a song. It's an alternative rap song. Yeah,
okay. So
called
explain about that though.
what's
Explain because it's people. We have labels. Me and AJ, we run Mousiki Entertainment LLC. The podcast is a part of it. One of the most things we have a hard time thinking about is different ways to make money outside of the traditional things. Like we know shows, merchandise, streams, publishing, BMI, songwriting, performance royalties. We're trying to find out how else do we make money outside of just royalties and streams. What's another way to
Um,
make money?
sync license opportunities.
Okay,
Sync license opportunities is one of the most biggest money makers that a lot of artists actually use as a tool to survive with their career of music by using that as a tool to make money so they can be able to fund their career. You know, you can use that. There's like over 45 different ways of making music off of making money off of music, and there's 13 ways to do it financially. You guys already understand the basic five, which is selling merchandise, selling streams, selling selling CDs on the street, you know, um, all what's the last two? Selling your music actually like by by your own lyrics, by writing songs for
right.
people, ghosting for people, doing dropping verses on people, charging for verses. A lot of people don't charge for verses, but that's another way to make money off of music. Um,
Okay.
what you can do too, since you have your label, how many people are signing to your label right now?
It's four. Little boy AJ, me, and we got two more artists.
Right now, you should
There's
just.
about four signed.
So how long you been? How long is your career in music so far with everybody in it?
Since they're new artists, they only been signed for about 4 months. AG's been on it for like 3 years. So we get to
Okay,
that point though where we don't have funds. So it'd be hard to. We've made money, but not a lot. Like we've made the most we made last year was I think $1,000, and that was off of marketing, marketing the music.
yeah, marketing music stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm able to tend to different websites. I can send you this information after the
Okay.
show ends. But you can, number one, you have to make sure that you copyright your music. Make sure it's copyrighted and everything's all protected. A lot of people
Okay.
go to CDB to get their stuff licensed and protected. A lot of people do it just single-handedly doing it on their own. Well, as far as
What's copyright?
investing,
Right. So my thing is when the distributor says copyright, is this almost like the distributor copywriting it for you?
well,
Like,
actually, you already copyrighted the song right when you finish it. When you get on your program and you upload and you have you're making your song, and then on the left bottom corner you can be able to put the metadata the into your works to copyright it. Once you download it into an MP3 file and WAV file, it becomes a copyright right automatically. So
really? Okay.
that's the one form of copyright. And then your second form of copyright is to make sure that you can be able to make sure that your publishing is protected. So there's publishing and copyright. There's two different areas. Publishing is
Right.
its own platform, and copyright is its own platform. So in order to make a good amount of money off of music, is by submitting songs to agencies that will put into the libraries so they can be able to put in movies, video games, or whatever opportunity that they can be able to slide your music into that can be able to pay you a fat lump sum, because they'll give you a fat lump sum like can I they'll send you a contract like here, can I give you $5,000, $10,000 to use this song for this however long, whatever song this is, for this movie or this TV
Right.
show that's this season. There's people that's making millions of streams right now, independent artists that you never heard of, that are
Really?
making money off of sync licensing just by having their music playing in TV shows that play every day, and just over
That's
the time
crazy.
being, yeah. So it's like
I thought you had to
sync
pay for
licensing.
that though.
Sync licensing costs money to do it, but it's worth it once
I
you
always
get.
thought you had to pay to submit the music.
Yes, in certain areas, yeah, you do, but it's not costly. It depends where area. You have to figure yourself out. What niche do you have? What niche? Where
Right.
are you trying to go with music? how you trying to make money off your music? Because I have a friend of mine right now that's making money off of merchandise. He only makes money off of merch,
Really?
and he's making a living off of his merch. But he does shows, sells, and he batches off a big batch full of merch, take it to his shows. He makes a killing out of the shows. And he
That's
already
crazy.
a well-known artist, so it's like he knows he knows his niche. That's his
Right.
niche. So it's you got to find your niche in the game of where you think that where, okay, I like it. I'm more comfortable doing this. As
Right.
far as I don't want to be in the face of everybody being on stage. I don't want to be on stage no more. I don't want to do all this no more. They can choose a different route. Like, all right, I'm just gonna put on music. I can have a sponsor doing this. But you can put your music anywhere in the world. All you have to do is just submit it.
Right.
There's other ways of doing it too. Other ways of doing it too is by using influencers. You go to TikTok, go to Fiverr.com,
Okay.
and get
Yeah.
influencers that got so much following, that's got over. If you can find people that got over 300,000 followers on TikTok and that can be able to influence your songs and stuff like that, that'd be the name of the
Right.
game, and that'd be perfect. And
Okay. And for the
that's
people who
another
don't know
way
what
to
he's
do
talking
it.
about, he's talking about how to get sync licensing or how to make money, actually make money from your music, man. And there's 13 ways to make money from your music. All artists kind of know it's about 5 or 6. So he's actually talking about uploading your music, the 13 different ways that you can make money off of it.
Yeah. So there's so many different ways to do it by, you know, you can do it by making a big bulk. Like say you're gonna make an album with a little merchandise on the little side, with a little
Right.
just some unlimited edition type merch that you coming out with. Just make it interesting. You have to make it interesting, and then there's other avenues to where you can tap into different sources of different avenues. So say you want to get into the clothing field, you want to get into the entertain. Say instead of entertainment, you want to get into the fashion. You want to get into
Right.
fashion. You want to get into fashion. Use your music. So you can use your music with the fashion. You can use your music with anything you want to base your life on. Like say the Rock uses he got his thing to where he got his little his gym apparel, his gym workout gear apparel that he's just recently coming out with. And how he's doing it is using Tech Nine's music as part of his workout commercial. Now Tech Nine's making money off of
Right.
that based on that, because number one, The Rock and Tech are really good friends. So it's like you gotta have a relationship with people that you just have to have a big relationship with people with that know that
Right.
with the right people, and you know the right people that get money the right ways, that can be able to help you put your money in the right places to make that money back. Those are the type of people that you need to keep on your side, to have as your friend, as your best friend, and as a mentor. Because me, I'm a mentor. I could be able to, there's so many different ways to this music that people can make money off of. Like, TikTok
Right.
alone, you can make money off of TikTok alone. Upload a song, and use somebody that has so much good influence onto their song that you can have them, or just have by all different platforms, any influence, all platforms. Tap into all platforms that has influencers. Tap into all their software. I mean, all into their organization, so that you can be able to help them utilize your strategy.
Right. And Fiverr.com is a great website for that, man. For the artists, like the independent artists that don't know, man, a lot of like my logo, it's not on here, but when you do see, if you have seen my logo was made off of Fiverr.com. Like 2017, I paid $10 for my logo, and I own the copyright to my logo. I got of my cover made on
Trademarking, you
Fiverr.
guys get through. Make sure you trademark it.
Right. Exactly. Well, you can get more just music stuff done. They do, a business plan. They got contracts. If you need templates for contracts, they got the contracts on there. Cover arts. They got other podcasts and blogs on
Yeah.
there. So like it's a literal website of freelancers from different countries. And like right now, you can go on Fiverr, pay for it. You should have it. No, the trademarking is expensive, man. Trademarking can cost you 500 to 1,000, and when you trademark it,
Honestly,
it could take years.
to be honest with you, all you have to do is stay relevant. You don't really
Right,
need to necessarily have to pay, but to be to protect yourself in the government standpoint, yeah, you have to buy that 500 or purchase whatever. But you can also choose another route, which is pretty much like just keep your business relevant, keep your business alive, up to
right.
date.
As long as you're using it, I mean, my logo is on everything that I need to do it on, and even though, like, let's say maybe no one can really use it because I have the proof of the purchase. But at the same time, it's like, do you know how expensive a trademark could be? $500 to $1,000, and it could take years. I heard people
Yeah,
say it took them 2 to 5 years before they need to even do it.
all you
And I
have to
mean, I think
do,
somebody actually said they wanted to come on. Yeah.
you don't you don't need to do that. All you gotta do is keep your business alive. That's all I do. Is keep your label alive and come out with new merch and new ideas and new innovations for your label, showing that same label. Once Google see it and they can Google search it, you can Google search it, and nobody can attack you for it. Nobody can take you to court for it. Simple fact that you have ownership because you already came with the relevancy of your music of your logo. Say you came up with a
Right.
song yesterday. You're relevant. This is relevant now. But make sure you put that logo on your album cover that you can show proof of ownership. It's all about ownership. This is
Right.
what Nipsey Hussle sacrificed his life for, and to telling us that he's
Exactly.
been trying to tell us for a long time that he really pretty much. I believe like, it could be a conspiracy theory all I want, all I can say, but I believe that it was because he was been trying to tell all of us ownership is where it's at. Ownership is what keeps you having financial literacy and keeping your family secured after you're gone. Because
Right.
because see, the thing about it though is once something is copyrighted, your music copyrighted it's copyrighted and it lasts for 190 years. So that means like 100 say like 100 years after you die, another 90 more years you still have ownership. 90 years after.
Ownership of your music is the
So,
most important thing, man.
so you don't want to leave that behind to your kids and they don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Financial
Yeah, I
literacy,
agree with that.
yeah, it has a lot to do with that. As far as trademarking is concerned, it's not as serious unless you want to pay for it and do it the federal way, which was you can do it federally. But
Right.
as long as your business is alive on Google and you can tap your name in and it pop up your record label right on Google, you're fine.
I don't realize like the best thing I've realized if you want when you Google your name, you want to pop up on the right, you drop an album. When you drop an album or a big body project, they really gonna put your name on the right. And so we got Retro coming in. Retro was good, bro.
What up, bro?
Let me make sure I can put it where everybody. Okay, this is weird. But,
No, bro.
yeah.
I'm listening because I'm just listening to all y'all shit talking about, and I feel like some of that shit he's saying ain't true.
Let me hear what do you mean? What's not true?
You just said long as you pop up on Google and they can look you up, you good. Correct? Is that what you said?
As long as you keep dropping music and keep selling merchandise with your logo attached to it, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. But as far as somebody's trying to steal your logo and try to use your logo while you're already using it relevantly, you can sue them for trying to steal your stuff because of the fact that you're already you came up with the idea with the first. You bought whoever you bought the image from. If you created the image yourself, so you created the image yourself, and you copyrighted the image. That's copyright. That's not the same. It's not the same as trademarking. Trademarking. If you didn't go to the federal government and had, you can do it another way. You don't necessarily, but in order to protect you from all life forms of people trying to attack you for your logo, yeah, I advise you, to go to to go to the feds and have them take care of that and give you a federal form saying that this is yours, this is your trademark. But it costs a lot of money. It costs about sometimes it costs about close to $5,000 to even trademark your logo. It depends.
But then there's so many different ways you got to trademark too, right? You got to trademark the logo, and then you got to do another trademark for the actual name too. So it's it's two different trademarks.
Hey, check this. Say, bro, you just said you got your logo in June, right?
June of 2017. Yeah.
2017 from Fiverr, right?
Yeah.
When you got that logo, and where did you take it to get certified to be a legit, the official logo to your business? You know what? Don't even answer that question. What's your business name, bro?
Mousiki Entertainment LLC.
Mousiki, that right there. What did you do to make that official business?
Did you go to the courts?
No, I'm asking him. I want to ask him.
Yeah, I went. From the Secretary of State, I ended up paying for my LLC, and I got my EIN number from IRS. I got my LLC and the EIN number from my LLC.
Okay, you got your LLC for your business. What's the business name?
Mousiki Entertainment LLC.
Mousiki Entertainment LLC.
Great.
Your logo. What did you do with your logo?
Nothing. I just paid for the logo.
So there's nothing stopping me. There's nothing. Listen. There's nothing stopping me from stealing your logo right now. You got nothing to stand on.
Yeah, that's true.
You really don't. You don't got nothing to stand on that part right there. You're pretty much giving up. Bro. You're pretty much giving up your stuff.
Your business, like you said, if you got the LLC, that's secured. But if you ain't got your logo and do the same process with it, with the same way you did your shit, bro, that shit just free. Right. You put it up for the world to steal, bro.
But see, the thing is, doing your trademark.
The only way you'll be able to protect it unless you put it on everything that you sell and keep it relevant. And if you got to make sure that nobody hasn't came out with that same logo before you. If anybody came out with that same logo before you, or that person that created that logo that sent it to you is claiming that logo and copyrighted that logo, it's not yours. That logo's not yours. If he's saying that's his, you got to have a letter of recommendation saying that this is officially your logo from the person that sold it to you, because he can still claim that logo while you're using it right now.
Man, hey, check this, bro. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get off here. I ain't gonna be on it this long.
So bro, you can actually. I didn't know you can register with. Listen, state, bro, because I'm over here googling, so I didn't know you can register with state your actual logo.
Just see what I'm talking about. Just hear me out, bro. Right. Just hear me out. We playing the white folks game, bro. You gotta do everything legit. You just said, man, I ain't gonna do it really because that shit costs $5,000. Bro, what the fuck is $5,000 when it's compared to your business? You only plan on making $5,000? You see what I'm saying, bro? That's how much it costs to play. You gotta play, bro. If you gonna play. Quit trying to do all the sideways bullshit. That's how we get fucked in the end.
There's other ways to do it, bro, but in order to protect yourself, you have to go that route.
Man, there is no other way to protect yourself. You gotta do that shit, bro. So if you're doing a business, bro, do that shit all the way. We halfway do it, and that's how we get fucked in the end. Because the white people can go find the
Right.
loophole and like, what? You didn't do this? Give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. If you're gonna play the game, bro, play the game. If you're not gonna play the game, you might fuck yourself.
You gotta look at it like this too. He is right about that. He's 100% right about how the aspects of trademarking is a whole different ballgame than just copyright itself. That's a whole different avenue. And what
Right.
he's
But see, I
saying,
just read you can copyright the logo itself instead of doing the trademark. Just
but
like
it's not
so you can actually
trademark.
copyright. Well, I'm saying so you can actually copyright the logo instead of getting just the trademark. You can actually copyright the logo, but it just seems like
Yeah,
it's
you can
cheaper
copyright it, but
than
it
actually
doesn't
getting the
make any
trademark.
sense.
Listen to what I'm saying.
But your logo is not meant for it to be copyrighted. It's meant to be trademarked.
Do the correct business, bro. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Do the correct business. You just said I'm not
Right.
doing this because it costs $5,000, bro. Come on, you ain't for real about your business. Go spend the $5,000, bro, and get your shit together before you catch a snake ass nigga and they take your shit. Then you be like, damn.
Right.
Yeah, it's happening right now. But the person that sold you that logo, you need to make sure that it's legit, that it's you have ownership of that, because they can. There was this one guy that came at me one time. He came at me for the logo that I'm using right now, that I bought off of him a while back, and he tried to come at me talking about I still own it and all this other stuff like that. I was like, man, fuck out of here with that shit, man. At first I got scared. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to lose my logo. I'm about to lose everything that I fucking did because everything that I ever did with my music based on that logo. And then I happened to research and read and found out that long as you stay relevant and you're the only one that had this logo that's been using it all this time up till now up to the date, it's automatically trademarked right off the bat through the system of trading. The system of trading, it's already in the system. So it really doesn't matter whether if I still need to go to the feds, and I still need to go over there and still do that. But necessarily, I really don't have to if I really don't want to, because the dude never came back fighting for this damn logo. I said, come on. He said, I'm about to grab my lawyers. He went and grabbed his lawyers and everything. I went and looked up the lawyers he was talking about. And man, nigga, I was like, nigga trying to scare me because
That's
he
the
thought that
question too, right? Because there's a debate whether it's copyright versus trademark. Because supposedly, you can copyright your logo or you can trademark your logo.
He told me that he copyrighted the logo. That's fine. Who cares? I trademarked the logo. So dude runs off after I found out the whole thing about the food. He was all like trying to be all tripping on me because I was just using my logo from this the right way and all that stuff. And then he started tripping and stuff, talking about it's still my logo. I own it. He trying to talk about, I'm giving a lawsuit to you. Trying to tell me all these little, trying to supposedly business-wise scare me. I'm gonna take you for all your money and everything you got and all this stuff. And I was like, go ahead. I'm like, go ahead, get your lawyers. I was like, go ahead, go get your lawyers. I'll battle your lawyers by myself. I don't need a lawyer. I got enough knowledge from my own business to where I can be able to break that lawyer in half. So it's like he ran off after that because he already knew that I knew what I was doing and I knew what I was talking about, and he never came back after me ever since. And the funny thing about
it, why y'all say that trademark your logo instead of copyright, because even if you copyright it, it doesn't protect the design colors or the name, but the trademark does.
It's not protected. Copyrighting is not protecting it. Copyrighting that logo is not trademarking it is protecting it. That means that you have to keep your logo.
Right.
Yeah. That your logo, because there's three avenues to it. There's the actual logo itself, and then the name, your actual name,
right,
that you've written that, and then we got another set of that, where the third is where they be able to see if the state can be able to see if you're paying taxes on that name. So it's like
Okay.
it has a lot to do with all that, man. It's one big web you have to learn about,
Right.
man. That you have to. Um, there. I'm telling you, there every day there's something new that you need to find out that they're trying to withhold information from you to get, so that you won't be able to generate more income from music. It's more news every day. It's music is continually evolving every day. So we have to catch up to the times as far as information, because there's so much
Right.
information out there that we need to stay on top of and stay. We need to have ownership of our stuff. We need to make sure that we educate each other, make sure that we keep ownership of our stuff, because look what's happening to Kanye West, man, and the Yeezy brand. He's trying to steal from him, and he's making
Yeah,
a
that's
business.
true.
He's making a business decision with them, and he signed a contract with one of them that that is now trying to steal his designs and trying to make money off of his design. See, that's his fault. He didn't patent his design, and that's why they're selling it from him. You see what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
You just gotta have, just like the man said, pay that $5,000 if you want to. Go ahead. You can
You
do
need
it.
it. You're gonna need it in the end.
I went through. I just told you my story about what I went through with this dude, with this logo that I bought from him, and
Right.
he came back. I ain't got sued. I ain't lose no money. I ain't losing nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm good over
Right.
here. You know? But at the same time, he is right about that shit. I'm
Most
not saying he did on center with that shit. He ain't playing with that shit, because then you can get every fucking single dime. You can get every single
Right.
dime.
And that's
You can
not
sue that. You can get your lawyer and sue for everything.
so
Yeah.
so say your podcast blow up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Spotify hit you up and say, hey, let's work a deal. The first thing they gonna do is say, hey, let me see your paperwork. Let me see is your shit together. Oh, your shit ain't together. Oh, now you really need them. Now here come the deals. Well, we gonna get this done for you. We gonna do this for you. We gonna do this for you. Now you in their pocket because you was sitting there talking about $5,000. Man, I should have went $5,000.
Yeah.
Now you in these pocket because you ain't got your.
I noticed that you didn't understand what's going on. They're like, oh yeah, we got you under our pockets now. Then I could be able to put you in my pocket to where I can be able to use you however I want to after that.
They control the brand because they got
That's
the
how the game
copyright. Yeah, they got the trademark. Yeah, I feel you.
And they'd be like, nope, you can't put a show today. Tomorrow you can come with the show. Then they can control. Then they can be able to control when, what to say, when not to say. Censor your ass. They're gonna do all types of stuff. Trust me, bro. He's right about what he's saying.
Bro.
I feel that's why a lot of rappers, when they get big, they trademark their name. Yeah, I see why rappers, when they get big, they trademark their names themselves because their name is a brand, so they'll trademark their name. Some of them.
Rappers don't trademark. No. Rappers don't
I know
trademark
Cardi
their
B.
name.
I know Cardi B did it.
That's why you got Little Bow Wow, then turned to Bow Wow. You get goddamn. That's what Offset and the Migos and them going about. He tried to drop a solo project under Offset. Guess who owned Offset?
Oh,
Migos. QC.
You got a point.
When he was out of jail, he signed. When he first got out of jail, he signed that contract to get him. It was like 50% of his money and like all his publishing, some wild ass shit. But think about the mentality you is getting out of jail. Like, bro, I just need this bread, bro. Just give me the bread. Give me the bread.
Exactly. Get back on your feet again. You know what I'm saying? Look out for yourself for a minute.
You a boss now. You big bad Offset. I got Cardi B. But damn, I'm really ain't making no rap money though.
Right.
These niggas got all your money. You still on the bro.
That's true.
That connect pretty soon because of the fact that he didn't get paid. That he bought. Cardi B said he bought out his contract that he want to get paid for that single, get his money back for the single. But he's right. They lost that name, so he lost on that. He jumped the gun. He jumped the gun that's what happened, and he fucked us. So I think what happened because from under the contract of what we don't know what that contract says on that contract. We all don't know what that says
No.
on contracts. And he said that
No.
he owns an Offset brand name. So it's like that in itself right there. You got, bro. You got for
Right.
that. They're gonna be beefing. They might end up beefing for that shit, man. That's some shit right there.
But I mean, he at the point right
But
now where he
business
also can make his
is
own
business.
label.
But business is business. You should,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Business is business, and this is not about friendship. This game is not about friendship. It's about, it's about keeping your brand stabilized to keep your money flowing, so you can keep your money generating stuff, to keep your money going. But see, he tried to branch off from Migos. Oh, that kind of fell off. It kind of messed things up a little bit, man.
You're right. Well, back to the part you were saying there was 13. Right. So yeah, back to the business part. You were talking about something there was 13. I know. I've heard. People keep saying there's 13 ways to make money off you.
Off who?
Music, but nobody actually tells us. It sits down here. Here's the 13 ways to make money off your music. They just say, "Oh, it's you." Yeah. Here's the 5 basic. Now figure the other ones out.
Well, it depends. All of them. They got there. Drake got he hired more than likely he got people that do this stuff for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
They do all this stuff for him. He don't have to necessarily do it like us. We have to do this shit ourselves, single-handedly. You know what I mean?
Facts. We got it.
So you have to sign publishing contracts in order to get that type of help. You gotta get you gotta sign a good. You gotta get an advance, man. You need an advance. Once you get an advance, you be good. You know what I'm saying? Get a distribution advance. That's what XXXTentacion did. You see how he went diamond with his album. Now his family making money for life now. You know what I'm saying? Generating wealth, generating wealth. And as far as the 13 ways, okay, submitting your music in movies and stuff like that. A lot of people are making a lot of money off that. That's one source.
Seek licensing, right?
That's one source. Networking with people selling features. That's one source. Being features in different projects. That's one too. But I already told you that's that method. Let's see. There's so many of them. Let's see. I'm trying to remember because I got all my paperwork in my crib. I can grab my paperwork and just read it all to you. Man. I can read it all to you. I got it all stacked up in my archives and stuff like that because I go back and reread all this stuff just in case I do lose out and forget it. But mostly what a lot of people make money off of is like stuff like this type of talk show stuff like this type of stuff.
Right.
Different avenues. You got to tap into different avenues. The podcast avenues.
It's hard as fuck to make money from, monetize.
Yeah. Every influencer you can that you can think of, like any type of influencer when it comes to social media, because that's what's really making a lot of money off the social media is the influencers. They help artists make a lot of money by putting their music on their page so that you can generate money from a song, or say just selling merchandise, selling the best merchandise that makes it appealing to customers and fans. There's that route. There's you can actually get into talking to different music supervisors. You if you can get in contact with a lot of different music supervisors, they can be able to point you in the right direction to where your music should go, or who you should go to, as far as and then we got internet radio. People are missing that. People are missing the internet radio money, man. You know what? You know how much money you can make off of that? Just by
you can make a lot, but
they pay you based off lyrics. They pay you based off lyrics and the actual you performing on the song. So they pay you for your lyrics and you performing on the song.
But
So
see,
if you
I
don't,
was always told that before BMI or BDS actually calculates when your music is being played, it could take up to a year or 2 years before BDS sound exchange, sound scan to get those royalties from those internet radio stations. I know Spotify counts as two. I
well,
know Spotify
see,
counts as radio station and interactive.
you're right. There's a different avenue for that because the avenue for that is sound exchange. That's who you need to connect your songs with. The songs you're putting on internet radio.
Right.
You have to, and then you have to make sure that metadata is all there too. Even there's 4 different IDs. There's actually 3 different IDs on that actual song that you need that sound exchange have, so that they can be able to make sure that they can catch it in the waves when it's being played. You know what I mean? And then you
Right.
have the people that you're associating with that's putting your music on radio. They have to give you a sheet, a split sheet of all the songs they've played, uh, all of your songs that they played throughout the months of however period of months that you've been using that radio station, so that you can be able
Right.
to prove to um, sound exchange and okay, my song's played this many times in this many areas throughout. So they'll be able to splice it through sound exchange. They'll be able to figure it out. So, and then we got another platform that helps us generate royalties through all types of areas. Um,
Okay.
it's called MLC.com.
Oh yeah, I'm on there too. Harry Fox
MLC
Agency,
Publishing.
MLC. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But all right, man. It's starting to get late. I already know we already went past the 30-minute time. But hey, I appreciate you, man, for joining. We got a lot of
I
game. We gotta do this again.
appreciate that,
Retro.
man.
Thank you for tapping in, man.
Yes, sir.
It's
I
good that we
appreciate
know
that
people are
too.
starting to watch.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, man. I didn't expect for it to catch some
Watch.
clarity and catch some
Yeah.
feedback. Then we need to do this all the time. We all need to talk about different structures of life, man, with this hip hop community, because there's a lot of things that need to be said that nobody are not saying, and
Right.
things need to be addressed too. As far as there's a lot of people out there that need to know this type of information in order to get this help. So
Exactly.
Y'all did.
guys like him and me can be able to provide the wisdom to help them get to the avenue the way it won't get jacked. You know what I mean?
That's what I do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Retro World, 8 p.m. Tune the fuck in, man.
Hey man, you gotta have to invite me to one of your shows, man.
We in Retro now, man. Y'all tune in. But yeah, I always pop in, bro. I always show people love, bro, because I do the same shit. So I know how it is to get people on your live and interacting and goddamn talking and shit. So that's why I hopped on this shit, because I do the same shit, bro. So I know it's all love, bro. And like I said,
it's the first time, man, for me. I mean, it's like the second time for me. So it's like I'm kind of trying to tap into this avenue right now.
Shit, I caught your shit last week, or the last one he did. You was on that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, what'd you think about it?
It was cool, bro. Like, I pay attention. I was gonna be saying shit, but I be looking, bro. I be saying.
Yeah,
The shit was smooth, bro.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
No foul play.
That's why I told niggas to get on here. I wouldn't have got on here if I felt like I could have dialogued with y'all niggas. I had to watch
Right.
first.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, because
My son, I can go ahead and talk.
Most definitely.
yeah, people be
All right,
talking
man.
reckless nowadays, man. People be talking reckless.
Exactly. They be talking about random shit. And you be like, what the fuck are you talking? We get a whole podcast and you talking about
You make
random
the whole
shit.
podcast up, man.
You ain't getting nobody no type of game.
Yeah, no. Hey, but you know
More
what? Joe Budden is getting out there with his podcast, and you know, $1 million with the gang. They doing their thing. I think this will be a good opportunity for everybody to explore in this podcast world.
Especially when you do it like this, when you don't have to visit in person and you can just have the people on and you can do the split screens and you could be doing whatever. You know, the artist could be in the studio and then they do the podcast instead of them trying to fly all the way to where they flying to. You can still do, you know, you could be at home and still do the podcast. But Hey, I think this is a good thing. As soon as we get more viewers. But hey, next show, we're gonna have Retro Hendrix on here, hopefully, so we can
That's
get into
what's up
some
right
more
there.
stuff.
I'll be
I'm with
watching.
Definitely.
I'll be watching so I can learn and listen to what you have to say because I know you got a lot of knowledge.
for sure. I'm gonna add you on Facebook after this shit, bro.
Bet. Yes, sir. Yeah, so I got a FRLG group page, man. If y'all want to tap into that and see if you want to see some new updates, but I got an album coming out pretty well. I got two album EPs coming out pretty soon. I got one social phenomenon, two with my boy Drew Letty from
Okay.
Letty World Music. You know what I mean? And I got my solo. The heck is that?
Most
Anyway,
definitely.
um, and I got
But
I
all
got
right, y'all.
Manpower 3. Manpower 3.
All
I
right.
got features coming up on that. Capadonna from Wu Tang on that one. Jen on that. I got my boy uh two twins on there from Mob Deep. I got my
Really?
boy Menace, Compton Menace on there from Black Wall Street, but I don't know if he still signed Black Wall Street anymore. But yeah, I got him on and Drew Liddy on the album. So I want to check that out after I get finished whipping that out for the team. It should be out in the next couple of months. So I give it another month
Okay.
for both. And the social phenomenon should be out in a week. So get ready for
Most
that.
definitely. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for coming to the show. This is Mousiki Radio, the podcast by artists for artists. Don't matter what, if you do music, don't matter if you're a writer, a poet, whatever. It's about the art. If you in the art, hey, come on the podcast. Hit me up. Let's do it. Peace.